Celebrating 30 years of phenomenal trend forecasting, here's Gerald Celente with today's trends in the news.
Hi, this is Gerald Celente, and here are some of today's trends in the news. Presidential reality shows going down to the wire, and taking the lead is Obama. That's right, a Fox poll. Ain't Obama's friends. He leads in Ohio, Florida, and Virginia. A new Fox poll shows President Obama leading Mitt Romney in 3 key states, those 3 I just mentioned. The president leads by 7 percentage points in both Ohio and Virginia. And in Florida, where Obama campaigns today, he leads by 49 to 44. Now, this is important because Romney has to win at least 2 of those swing states in there, particularly Ohio and Florida, if he's going to win this thing. And of course, Florida, the big issue down there, not the big issue, but with Netanyahu putting Israel into the United States presidential race, there's a sizable Jewish vote, turnout from Jewish vote down there. And so we're going to see how that plays out, whether or not we're at war with Iran or Israel is before the election. So that's on the home front. You know how I make fun of that little guy over there, Hollande, over in France? Well, I got to give him credit on this one. They banned fracking. That's right. Hollande banned fracking, something they would never do here. They're concerned about what it does to the environment, both with the chemicals going into the earth and the potential of earthquakes. Another thing from France, they've also banned GMOs. French study finds tumors and organ damage in rats fed Monsanto corn. Rats fed a lifetime diet of Monsanto's genetically engineered corn were exposed to the company's popular Roundup. I love it. Roundup, Roundup. Gonna round it up there, yeah. Sit around a campfire. Gonna go for Roundup. That's propaganda words. Herbicide developed tumors and suffered severe organ damage, according to a French study released on Wednesday. So there you go. Now, there's not enough scientific information, I tell you, to ban it. Oh, yeah, putting pesticides in the product that you eat, that really makes a lot of sense. So it's smart. And as I said, I'm looking at people now that have put on, levels of fat that I've never seen before. I don't think anybody ever has. And I really believe that those are genetically modified organs, man. Because, what a trip. Staying on the presidential reality show, there was this guy, Pawlenty. He was the former governor of Minnesota. And he was in the early race in the GOP side for the nomination to run against Obama, and he faded out quick. And then he became Obama's vice chairman. And this guy used to get out there and say, if I get elected, I'm going to be tough on them Wall Street guys. Da-da-da-da. Why I hate politicians. Why I can't stand politicians. As we said in the TrendsJournal, people call thieves, thieves, murderers, murderers, whores, whores. But why don't they call politicians who they are? Combination of all 3 or all 3? Wall Street critic Pawlenty to head financial service lobby. That's right. That's right. You Republican conservatives. Oh, and the guy that gets offended by this, that's for you. Tim Pawlenty, the former Republican governor of Minnesota who criticized Wall Street while running for president last year, is joining the Financial Services Roundtable as president and chief executive officer. Oh, this is from that left-wing news source, Bloomberg. And it's the same slimers like this guy that'll get your kids killed, steal your money, and start a war. They're psychopaths. Nothing more than psychopaths. Pawlenty. Pawlenty of bullshit.
That was bullshit.
That was Pawlenty. Pawlenty of bullshit. And you people out there that find it, I shouldn't say these things or act like that, you know what you can do? You could bend over, because that's all anybody is doing. That's right. When this kind of thing goes on, it's not only at the financial level, it's at the Monsanto level. They're poisoning you, they're getting you killed, and they're stealing your money. We're putting little slimers like him up his front end. Oh, this squeaky clean cat. These are people from the anti-human race. They're destroying everything that's lovely on this planet. I think they're from another planet. And they want to get rid of all of us so they can inhabit it. Because this isn't human being behavior. This is anti-human being behavior. Pawlenty 51 will take over from the retiring Steve Bartlett, CEO of the Washington-based group that represents financial services company, including J.P. Morgan Chase, those wonderful people, Bank of America, yes, and Citigroup. Check it out. Few industries have more impact on the entire economy and the lives of average Americans than financial services, Pawlenty said in a statement. I look forward to working closely with decision makers on how to screw you. From both parties. Oh, both parties, that's right. Both parties are having a party and you're not included. That's why they call them parties. Political parties. You pay for them. On issues related to our nation's banks, insurance companies, investment firms, so that they can continue to provide fuel for America's economic engine. Yeah, they actually say this crap with a straight face. And then, as we look around the world, Pakistan hit by anti-Islam video protests. They're rioting all over the world. As we keep looking at the international news, we got a lot of it. Japan under pressure backs off goal to phase out nuclear power by 2040. That's right, bought off the politicians one more time. Made a big deal they were going to cut the stuff back, and now they're not. Still going forward. A little note, we just had one of the hottest Julys on record, one of the hottest summers on record. 64% of the nation is in drought. This is going on worldwide, extreme weather conditions. As I say, people argue that the reports are bogus. All I keep saying is if you keep pumping trillions of gallons of poison into the water, toxins into the air, and chemicals into the food, it's going to unbalance things, okay? Ending its summer melt, Arctic sea ice sets a new low that leads to warnings. The drastic melting of Arctic sea ice has finally ended for the year, scientists announced Wednesday, but not before demolishing the previous record and setting off new warnings about the rapid pace of change in the region. Oh, don't worry about it. It's just a cycle, I tell you. Yeah, a cycle, all right. A mad cycle. Oh, they said that Libyan attack, remember we saw Susan Rice, the head of the UN, saying all it had to do was about the movie, and now they're saying, no, it's them Al-Qaedas. Yeah, it's them Al-Qaedas. And they had that big procession for those 4 dead guys, and I criticized it, because when the soldiers die, nobody shows up. They go AWOL. Here, I just want to read you the list of the dead Americans from last week. Gennaro Bedoy, 20. Joshua Nelson, 22. Sapporo Nana, 25. Kyle Osborne, 26. John Towson, 19. Lives destroyed over here, over there, around the world by psychopaths. Where's Hitlery? Where's Obama? How come they're not bringing the caskets home? And they don't count. They're just cannon fodder, just like you and me. It's heating up over there with China and Japan. It's not getting any better, and things are only going to get worse. The central banks, on the economic note, headline from Wall Street Journal. Central banks flex muscle. Massive injections of stimulus into financial markets by world's largest central banks are creating a domino effect around the globe, prompting governments from Brazil to Turkey to take steps to keep easy money from flooding in and driving up their currencies. Remember I said currency wars, currency wars. We saw Obama on the campaign trail talking about China, and you hear Romney about it, that they're doing, not playing on a level playing field. Yeah, we're going to see more of it. And gold right now is down below that 1770 level, but I'm bullish on it long term. We're going to keep seeing more and more of this economic stimulus going in, and it's not going to work. So those are some of the trends that we're looking at today. But the big ones to keep the eye on the ball is see what's going to go on globally with all of these protests going on. As I said, I believe that by election day, it's not going to be jobs in the economy, it's going to be war. This is Gerald Celente, and that's some of today's trends in the news.